So welcome back. We're still amid Chapter 7 of Healing America's Narratives, post 9/11 wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. This will be the last episode on some of the financial debacles that accompanied those wars. Just one example that is mind-boggling in many ways. That is, in 2003 and 2004, the United States shipped approximately $12 billion, weighing about 360 tons, in shrink-wrapped packs of $100 bills to Iraq. And the money was used for various purposes, often to bribe officials and various warlords and different groups with cash in order to get things done. And then, there are some arguments for doing that. But again, it was shrink-wrapped $12 billion in $100 bills, shipped from the Federal Reserve Bank to Baghdad. When Paul Bremer, the United States leader of the Coalition Provisional Authority, was asked about the fact that there's no record of how much money was given to whom or when it was given, he responded that, quote, the CPA, the Coalition Provisional Authority, discharged its responsibilities to the Iraqi people and to manage these Iraqi funds on behalf of the Iraqi people. So in other words, it wasn't a big deal that there weren't good records about it, because the money really wasn't American money for American use. It was for the Iraqis. And so just chew on that for a while. So in other words, the inability to account for $12 billion in cash is okay because the funds were appropriated by the United States federal government for the Iraqi people, not for American use. Just as a note about Paul Bremer, he also advocated after looting began to take place after our destruction of much of Iraq's infrastructure, he suggested that we begin to shoot the looters. He was reprimanded for that, and we didn't actually shoot people who were trying to get bread and water and different things like that after their country was significantly damaged. So again, we want to trust our leadership. We want to trust that they're acting on behalf of the best America and on behalf of the best of other countries with whom we interact. And there's ample evidence. Again, if we look back from the Vietnam War forward, but if we look back across the history of the country, that these elements of arrogance and ignorance and violence and greed and excess, untrustworthiness, continue to be rampant. And there's a lot of healing that needs to be done within the confines of our borders if we're going to survive as a nation and a people. So again, I apologize for giving some bad news and occasionally giving some real downers here. But if we want to get better, we have to face what's real and what's true. So again, thank you for tuning in.